if you want to know more information, just go to our website. It's thedramalab.blogspot.com. So one more time, thedramalab.blogspot.com, and that'll answer all your questions about what our next meeting is and all that kind of thing. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start the second half of our program. A priest, a rabbi, and a horse. A play in one act by Charles P. Cabell Jr. Setting, a restaurant in downtown Boston, 6:30 p.m. Jim and Meg Thayer are seated, awaiting the arrival of Kit Carlson and Vito Vitale.
Holy smokes, 6:30 already. Didn't we say 6? Hey, Kit was your roommate. Is she always this late?
Well, she didn't used to be. Actually, back in college, she was kind of a stickler for being on time. Oh, she was rather annoying about it, truth be known. Long time ago now. Well, why blame her, though? Could be the date's fault, you know.
I guess. Anyway, it's kind of funny how she just called you out of the blue to make a dinner date with us and her new boyfriend. You sort of lost track of her when she moved out to San Francisco. How long ago was that? About 8 years? What do you know about, what's his name, Vito? Is Kit serious about this guy?
Well, not sure, really. Kit sounded somewhat evasive about what he does. I got the impression this date is some kind of a test. Back in the old days, I was her filter. She had problems distinguishing Mr. Not Too Bad from Mr. Oh God, no. I got very adept at rolling my eyes.
Well, this could be an interesting evening. Maybe we should order a drink while we're waiting. Uh-oh, too late. Would that be Kit coming in the door?
You're right. She looks great, but my God, where did she get that hairdo? Don't say anything. Kit! Get over here! Oh my God! You look fab! Thank you. The hair! I can't believe it's been 8 years. You haven't aged a bit.
Oh, you too! Oh, this is so great. It's like we're roomies back at Wesley again. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Vito Vitale. Vito, meet Jim and Meg Thayer.
Vito, hi. I'm Jim. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Kit says you and Meg are the perfect couple.
Well, does everybody know what they're going to order so that I can order the wine?
I'm going to have fava beans, so I'm looking for a nice Chianti.
Good one, Dr. Lecter. Or may I call you Hannibal? But I'm not ready for the wine yet. I'd like to start out with a nice gin martini. How about you, Meg? Or have you turned Mormon on me in the last 8 years?
A martini sounds great. We figured that this would be a real celebration. Since neither of us wanted to be the designated driver, we took a cab over here.
Terrific. We came over in Vito's limo, and we'll be happy to give you a ride back to your apartment. So let the celebration begin. What about you, Vito? Jim?
Martini sounds good to me. I'll get the first round. Jim?
Lovely. 4 martinis then. Shaken, not stirred. No, never mind. I'll order as soon as I can get the waiter's attention.
No, I'll get it. I'll just go over and order from the bar.
He is really cute. And a limo? Wow, he must be rich too. He comes across a bit like someone out of a Godfather movie, but he seems okay. What am I missing here? What does he do?
I'm not sure what he does exactly. We've only been dating about 3 weeks. He's told me he's in the collection business. From what I know about him so far, he's just about perfect.
Just about?
Well, you know me. This is not my first rodeo, and I've been gored a couple of times. mean? I forgot what a pervert you are. Anyway, he's very attentive and generous, but I have to say he is also somewhat mysterious. He has strange comings and goings, and he and his friends stop talking when I approach them. Small things, really.
Gosh, kid, maybe he's just... Oh, wait, he's coming back. Hi, Vito. What's happening with the drinks?
Oh, the bar waitress said she'll bring them to the table. Hey, while we're waiting, let me tell you a great joke. Listen. A priest, a rabbi, and a horse went to a bar.
Oh, is this a new one?
Uh,
I thought I knew all your jokes.
Yeah, it's a new one, and it's really funny. I heard it over lunch at Dino's yesterday. Vinny told it to me. Anyway,
Wait, I think I know this one. The horse goes over to the bar, and the bartender says,
Hey, buddy, why the long face?
That's so funny, Jim! The horse has a long face! I love it.
No, that's
What
not
bar was it? I mean, was it the Brass Rail over on Boylston? Because that bar is so small, I don't even see how you could get a horse even through the door in there, much less near the bar.
Oh, I remember the Brass Rail. It was tiny. Is that really still around? You and Tommy and I used to go over there for beer and schnapps after Red Sox games. So many times we had to sneak back into the dorm past old what's-her-face. Begins with an H. Hannah!
Hard-hearted Hannah from Helena, Montana. Funny how stuff like that sticks with you.
Tommy who?
Oh, just a guy Meg and I used to hang out with. Don't worry, he was gone well before you came onto the scene.
Was that the guy who took
Oh, never mind, Jim. Let's hear Vito's story. Was it the Brass Rail?
No, it wasn't the Brass Rail. Anyway,
Well, what was it?
It was the Purple Cow in San Francisco. Anyway, the bartender asked the horse.
Oh yeah, the Purple Cow is where Vito and I met.
Aww.
The place is huge. You could get a horse in there, all right. Also, a herd of elephants. Studly masters of the universe deal makers wandered in every afternoon from the financial district right after the New York Stock Exchange closed. Talk about testosterone overload. Vito rescued me from one of them, and we've been together ever since.
Meg and I actually met at Cheers. You know Vito, like the TV show. It's a real place. Of course, the TV characters were fictional. Darn it. I always had the hots for Diane. But the place had plenty of characters of its own. And Meg, do you remember Charlie?
How could I forget? After 2 scotches, he was feel me up.
You never told me that. Kill the bastard.
Oh, he may be dead already. He got married to that moronic waitress with the big you-know-whats, Gertrude or something like that. She may have been too much for him. Oh, sorry, Vito. Go on.
Okay. So the priest, the rabbi, and the horse go into the bar, and then the
Were they wearing those funny hats?
What funny hats? What does that have to do with the
Oh, you
joke?
know those funny hats that the priests and rabbis wear? Rabbis wear a kind of cap that sits near the back of their skull. What's that called?
A yarmulke. I read somewhere that it's a reminder that there's always something between them and God.
Oh, how do you know that? You're not Jewish, are you?
No, I'm not. But it's amazing what you stumble across when you're surfing the internet. And the priest's hat is called the beretta. It's black and it has 3 blades and a pom-pom on top. Cardinals and bishops wear one too, but I think their berettas are different colors, red and pink or something.
I always thought the Beretta was a gun. Didn't James Bond have one like that?
The gun is spelled B-E-R-E-T-T-A. The priest's hat is spelled B-I-R-E-T-T-A.
Oh.
James Bond's Beretta had a Beretta in the early days, but he switched to a Walther PPK later on. Sorry for the interruption, Vito.
That's okay, Jim. Look, nobody had a hat on. So anyway, what I want to say
Oh, I think those horses look so cute in the straw hat with the holes cut into the brim for their ears. Meg, you remember that hayride in Vermont with Tommy? Oh, the wagon had 2 horses and both horses had those hats on. You and Tommy got pretty sloshed on some kind of liquor made from maple syrup. We couldn't find you for almost 2 hours and almost left you. awesome.
Tommy again? Oh, wait a minute.
All ancient history, Jim. I'll tell you more later. For God's sake, let poor Vito finish his story.
Anyway, the bartender asked the horse what he would like to drink. So the
Wait!
horse...
Vito. Wait. Speaking of drinks, here comes the waitress with our drinks. This should be easy since we all ordered the same thing. There's nothing like a martini. Hey, how about a toast, everyone?
Oh, good idea. Kit, why don't you give it? You always were the best at giving toasts.
Okay. Here's one. May we have the hindsight to know where we've been, the foresight to know where we are going, and the insight to know when we have gone too far.
Where did you get that moldy old toast, Kit? It's way too serious and dreary. How about, here's to you and here's to me, may we never disagree. But if we do, to hell with you, here's to me.
Jeez, Meg, talk about moldy. I remember Tommy using that one at the brass rail right after he and you announced. Anyway, Vito's joke is getting colder than these martinis.
Tommy again? Announced what?
Oh, for goodness sake, Jim, nothing. Nothing. Vito, please go on.
Yeah, well, the bartender asked the horse...
That's funny! So the horse can talk? Wait, wasn't there an old TV series about a talking horse?
Oh, yeah! I remember! It was like back in the 60s or something. Of course, now it's only in reruns. What was it? Oh, I've got it, Mr. Ed. He would only talk to his doofus owner, Wilbur, and it got him in all sorts of trouble.
Was it Mr. Ed, Vito?
That whole Mr. Red show was just a total ripoff of the Francis the Talking Mule movies of the 50s. You know, Francis in the Navy, Francis Goes to West Point, stuff like that. My dad had a couple of Francis video cassettes in his collection. My dad thought they were pretty funny, but I didn't think so. Anyway, like Mr. Red, Francis would talk mostly to Donald O'Connor and would clam up whenever anyone else was around.
Donald O'Connor. Wasn't he the funny guy in Singing in the Rain? Remember when he made like his face was frozen in all those weird positions?
Yeah, that was a terrific movie. Debbie Reynolds was so cute in that. You know, she is the real-life mother of Princess Leia.
Get out.
The girl with the weird hair in Star Wars.
Wait! How did they get Mr. Ed and Francis to talk anyway? Jim, maybe you can Google it. I mean, their lips moved and everything. How did they do that? Now, they would use the computer, of course, but this was way before there were a lot of computers.
This is very clever. To create the impression that the mule was actually talking, the trainer used a thread fed into the animal's mouth, which, when tugged, would cause Francis to try to remove it by moving his lips. The same technique was used for Mr. Red.
Oh, that was clever. I wonder if you could do the same thing with a dog or a cat. I mean...
Listen, Mac! The bar wasn't the brass rail or Cheers in Boston or the Purple Onion in San Francisco. I don't know how the hell the bar, what kind of bar it was. It was just a bar. And the horse wasn't Mr. Red, it was just a damn horse. Listen, kid. The one where no one was wearing a funny hat. Not the priest, not the rabbi, not the bartender, not the horse. Oh, yeah, and none of the aforementioned Donald O'Connor or Debbie Reynolds, even Meg's friend Tommy. And the only one around here with the weirdo haircut happens to be you, and you're no Princess Leia! Yo, Jim, I don't give a rat's ass how to make animals' lips move. I do care, however, about guns, Berettas, vault the PPKs and the like. The best one, though, Is this little Sig Sauer? Mind you, the bread and the Vault are still excellent choices. But when you really want to get the job done, there's nothing like a Sig. It's very reliable, very simple. It won't jam up on you when you shoot annoying people! And be confident they're really dead. Of course, the Sig Sauer's pretty expensive, but that's what makes the San Francisco Mafia so great. Mr. Battalion wants all his people to be equipped with the best. Excuse me, everybody. No one call 911 until I leave here. But while I got your attention, I got this great joke to tell. A priest, a rabbi, and a horse go into a bar.